Productions in this segment is called Health Consciousness. And in this segment, we're going to focus on just that, our health and our consciousness and lack thereof. First, I want to talk about pollution in the water and what this plastic is doing to the water, because the oceans are now toxic dump sites.
Absolutely. And that is the big problem, is we keep producing these products that are non-biodegradable. We keep promising people recycling of these products, and only very small fractions of them get recycled. And as a result, what happens? We have a huge accumulation of waste. And what are we going to do with this waste? It becomes the question. And so, like you said, the oceans become dumping grounds. And they get dumped into the parts of the ocean that were once inhabited by many different types of species. In just a 10-year period, that whole area has been completely toxified with plastic waste. Researchers have gone there and have taken literally samples from the water, and the sample itself was 70% broken down plastic.
It's horrible.
And it's horrible. And this creates a domino effect that ends up hitting home, and home meaning home, like your dinner table. You know, you're drinking plastic bottled water, and you're consuming all the carcinogens that's in that plastic that leaches into the water.
The plastic is in the water you're drinking and the fish that you're eating.
Absolutely. And it's like a double-edged sword. You're constantly killing yourself, and it goes back to the consciousness thing you mentioned, Pierre, and that's where the very importance lies. We are aware of all of this. It's all about our conveniences. In the long run, we don't care if we're polluting the environment with plastic factories, you name it, heterocyclic compounds, and you know,
the pollution.
It's terrible.
The pollution to the environment is a huge concern of mine. But not only that, the harm that it does to the body. Because we are all one on this planet. Everything goes full cycle, full circle. So what goes around comes around. And a lot of people today are just very detached and unconscious.
We need to go to glassware. I myself have kids, and I am about 95% plastic free in our household, and we're going to the 100% mark by just replacing plasticware with ceramicware, with glassware, things that are a lot safer when heated or cooled. But we need to stop. We really need to stop, and it needs to stop in our homes first, not by going and marching against big powerful companies and lobbyists that end up squashing us with a whole bunch of litigation nonsense that's money oriented. We need to come together as a community and realize, you know, you don't need to be a doctor to realize that you're destroying the environment.
Yeah, health is the next front line. That's the next warfare front line that I see going down, because right now there's a lot of people that are becoming more conscientious, and that plastic poison, that gelatinous material that we see in the oceans, that's actually what's going on in our body. It's you know, I mean, this sludge that our body has no idea what it is.
And well, you're right about this. And let's keep it real. We're not going to try to eliminate anything in this world, because it has come so far that eliminating it does not exist as an option. What we need to do is to minimalize. We really need to come together as a community. We need to come together and create some energy to put a stop to this right away.
Get a filter for your faucet or sink, because realistically the water that is supposedly Deer Park and Fiji from natural springs isn't natural spring water at all. It's actually probably coming from your local reservoir.
Well, that's exactly right, because when you go buy a bottle of water that has Fiji or some of this like Avion or something written on it, you're 99% paying for municipal water that the company went and got out of your reservoir and bottled it in their factories, and you're paying. Go check with your local communities, government agencies, and you'll find out that I'm right. Second of all, is that what you don't realize is these companies, the counties come and ask you to lessen your water usage because of a drought. It's happened in California, it's happened in Texas, and the only people that were able to still consume water was the Pepsi factories. The companies that were going and taking water out of your municipal reservoir and taking it back to their factories and canning it up into Pepsi products and giving it to your children and mine to drink and sickening them with diabetes and different diseases that later show up, and you just fall prey to the FDA and all the medical industry with the expenses that follows if you're lucky to have medical insurance. What society wants you to believe in through the media, and the media is very effective. Be conscientious of what you're doing.
Recycle.
Recycle.
Be humble.
Be humble. Exactly.
Recycle.
Live with nature.
Be humble.